At the restaurant, my sister announced to everyone, "Rachel, go find another table. This one's for family, not adopted girls." They all laughed and agreed. Then the waiter placed a $3,270 bill in front of me for their entire dinner. I smiled, took a sip, and humbly paid the bill. But then I heard a voice. "Just a moment, please." My grandmother Dorothy stood at the end of the table. At 78, she still commanded attention. The restaurant went silent. I'm 27. I've lived with this family for 22 years since they adopted me at 5. 22 years of being reminded I didn't belong. The only person who ever made me feel like I mattered was Grandma Dorothy. "I've been watching how you treat Rachel for years," Grandma began. "I've spent the past few months thinking about my legacy, about where my money should go when I'm gone." My father's fork clinked against his plate. Victoria leaned forward. "My estate goes to Patricia, then the grandchildren. That's the current will." She pulled an envelope from her purse. "But I've had my lawyer draw up a new one. Signed yesterday." Victoria's face lit up with greed. "My entire estate, every dollar, every property is going to Rachel." The explosion was immediate. "What?" Victoria shrieked. "You can't do that. Rachel is more family than any of you have ever been," Grandma said calmly. "She's earned this through character." I sat frozen. Billions of dollars. I couldn't process what was happening. Grandma Dorothy's entire fortune, pharmaceutical companies, real estate, investments, everything she'd built over her lifetime. "We'll contest it," Victoria hissed. "Try it. I've made sure everything is completely legal. Medical evaluation from this morning confirms it." My mother's face crumbled. "I'm your daughter. You should be ashamed of how you've acted," Grandma replied. "I gave you every advantage, and you learned nothing about compassion." Then Grandma turned to me, her voice softer. "I'm dying. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4, maybe 6 months." My world tilted. "Don't cry, Rachel. This isn't sad. This is justice." 3 days later, the story hit the media. My phone exploded with threats. Then at the press conference, as Grandma laid out documentation, Victoria burst through the doors. "This is all lies," she screamed, makeup smeared, completely unhinged. "That adopted brat stole my inheritance." A reporter called out, "What about the trust fund money your parents took?" "That money was ours," Victoria snapped. "We earned it by raising her ungrateful ass." The cameras caught everything. Her admission, her rage, her complete lack of remorse. The video went viral within hours. 10 million views by evening. Social media exploded. People praising Grandma Dorothy for rewarding character over blood. Others calling me a manipulative gold digger. But Victoria's confession had shifted everything. The court hearing was swift. The judge reviewed the evidence and ruled in our favor immediately. "This is not undue influence," Judge Morrison declared. "This is a woman choosing to leave her estate to someone who deserves it. The documentation of abuse is extensive. The behavior exhibited by the contesting parties, including threats and harassment, only reinforces that Miss Dorothy's decision was correct." Victoria was escorted out screaming. My parents collapsed. Kenneth buried his face in his hands. Grandma died 3 weeks later, holding my hand. Her last words were, "Thank you for being my real family." My biological family's downfall was brutal. Unable to pay the $2.3 million in restitution, they lost everything. Their house, their cars, everything of value gone. Gregory got 3 years in prison for fraud. Patricia got 2. Victoria's viral meltdown destroyed her reputation completely. No one would hire her. A year later, I ran Grandma's companies and a foundation helping abused adopted children. Over 500 kids saved. Victoria worked in telemarketing. My parents lived in a shelter. Kenneth was bankrupt. They built their lives on entitlement and abuse. When that crumbled, they had nothing left. Each child we saved was my real inheritance. Not the money, the understanding that the best revenge is becoming everything they said you couldn't be.